Hey you guys, it's Stephanie here. Welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, you already know by the title, I'm going to be doing a week in my skincare routine. You guys really enjoyed watching a day in my skincare, but I wanted to film something more in depth for you guys. So in this video, I'm really going to break it down and go full in depth on everything that I literally do to keep this skin clear and to maintain this skin. Prioritizing your skincare routine and feeling confident in your skin is one thing, but if you truly want to feel confident from within, you need to prioritize your mental health. And one of the ways that I've been prioritizing my mental health is through BetterHelp. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. BetterHelp is an online platform to help you connect with licensed therapists to communicate effectively and to get the most out of therapy. And starting therapy with BetterHelp is super easy. All you do is fill out a questionnaire and you will get matched with a therapist in as little as a couple of days. I was matched with a therapist within 24 hours, and I think it's safe to say that my first therapist is a charm. But with BetterHelp, if you feel like your first therapist isn't the right fit for you, you could switch to another one or until you find the right one that you could connect with. Sometimes when I'm going through my life issues, it's not enough for me to speak with a friend or family member. Sometimes I just need an unbiased opinion, and with therapy, it creates a safe space for you to share what's on your mind, whether it's sadness, anxiety, happiness, or relationship issues, etc., without any fear of judgment. So far with my therapist, I've been learning new techniques on how to deal with those emotions of anxiety and just how I could better cope to reduce my stress. So if you're struggling and think that you'll benefit from a therapy session, then click the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/Stephanie Voltaire and get 10% off your first month of therapy. So with that being said, I'm going to take this makeup off and we're going to get into my skincare routine. So let's go. All right, you guys, so starting off day one, this is the morning time. And before I even get started with my morning skincare routine, wash your hands, y'all. I'm just gonna take my Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile soap and just make sure that my hands are nice and clean. Make sure that you're getting up under the nails. And you just want to make sure that you are not touching your face with dirty hands. So make sure that you wash your hands. So for this morning, I wanted to do a little face contouring. So I'm going to grab my new face device along with the new face hydrating aqua gel. And typically throughout the week, I do like to alternate between this device and my gua sha tool. And the new face have so many great benefits to it. It helps to reduce puffiness, decrease the appearance of wrinkles. It could also help to tone, lift, and firm the skin. So I typically like to do this about 2 to 3 times a week. Sometimes I do slack and I only do it once a week, but on the weeks when I do use it more consistently, I definitely do notice that my skin is more taut and glowy. So I would just highly suggest when using this device, try to use it 2 to 3 times a week and just stay consistent, and that's when you will see results. I like to run this device along my cheekbones, my jaw, under the eye, my eyebrows, my forehead, my neck area, and I typically go over each section about 3 times. And when I use this device, I definitely feel the microcurrent, especially when I'm applying this around my eyebrow area. I do feel like a slight shock. I can't say that it's painful, but you definitely will feel that microcurrent shock. So it does take a little bit of time to get used to, but hey, as long as this device is doing what it's supposed to do and firming and tightening my skin, I'm gonna keep using this, okay? Because your girl is not getting any younger. I'm in my 30s now, so whatever I could use to keep my face nice and snatched, I'ma do it, okay? The new face does have a self timer on it for about 5 minutes, so the sessions are pretty quick, and once the time runs out, it will shut off on its own. As you can see, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling snatched. So next, I'm gonna move on to double cleansing, starting off with my La Roche-Posay Gentle Cleansing Oil. If you guys watch my videos, I talk about this all the time. Double cleansing single-handedly transforms inform my skin. So I love to always start off with either a gentle cleanser or a cleansing oil to first cleanse the skin. And then after that, I like to follow up with a actual clarifying cleanser. I'm going to follow up with my La Roche-Posay purifying cleanser. You guys know I love La Roche-Posay. They're one of my favorite skincare brands and their cleansers are top tier. I almost forgot to mention my Foreo Luna 3. I love to use this device when I'm cleansing my skin. Next, I'm going to grab my OmniLux LED face mask and I'm going to do a quick 10-minute session. This is something that I started doing this year, and using an LED face mask on the skin have so many great benefits. It can help to prevent acne, it can help to fade dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and so many other benefits. So I tend to do this about once to twice a week, and when I turn it on, usually one session will last only 10 minutes, so you don't have to have this thing on your face all day long. And after the 10-minute mark, it's just going to automatically shut off. And once I'm done with my LED face mask, I'm going to apply my toner next. I love to use my Fresh Rose Deep Hydration Toner during the day. It's really hydrating, so I would highly recommend this if you're looking for a good hydrating toner. Next, I'm going to follow up with a vitamin C serum. As of lately, I've been loving this one by the brand Medigate. I always make sure to apply my vitamin C serums during the daytime, and if I'm stepping out, I will make sure to apply a sunscreen. But I didn't apply any on that day because I was literally inside the house all day, so I'm just gonna apply some face moisturizer. And y'all, I have been loving this Belief Aqua Bomb face moisturizer. It is super hydrating. As you can see, I was scraping the little bit that I have left because I love this moisturizer. I definitely plan on getting more of this face moisturizer because it is so bomb and hydrating onto the skin. And lastly, I'm going to finish off with my Clarins lip oil, and I'm not going to lie, she's a bit pricey, but this lip oil is so bomb. And that is pretty much it, y'all, for morning one of my skincare routine. And boom, we are back after a full day of running errands. As you can see, I have makeup on, but before we get into it, of course, we got to wash our hands first. Make sure that them hands are nice and clean. And to remove my makeup, I'm going to use my Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. Y'all, this is hands down one of the best cleansing balms. She's another pricey item, but when I tell y'all, this cleansing balm is so worth it. And I would highly recommend, when it comes to removing makeup, I either like to use a micellar water or I like to use a cleansing balm of some sort, because those two items are going to be the most gentle on the skin when you're removing your makeup. And after working that product into my skin, I like to follow up with a damp towel to remove the excess product. And when I tell y'all, this cleansing balm will literally melt away any makeup that you have on the skin. Next step, of course, is double cleansing. I'm going to follow up with my La Roche-Posay purifying foaming cleanser. And again, I'm going to grab my Foreo Luna 3 to further work that cleanser into my skin. I literally use this device every time I wash my face. This is a staple item in my skincare routine. And next, I'm going to follow up with this clarifying cleanser by Murad. And I love to use this cleanser, especially on the days when I'm removing my makeup, because it does contain 2% salicylic acid, and it does such a great job to gently exfoliate my skin, to remove any bacteria, and to unclog my pores. And for my toner, I'm going to use this Dark Spot Toner by Pharmacy, and I have been loving this toner. I like to apply this at nighttime because it has so many great ingredients to fade dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and to prevent acne. And while my skin is still damp, I'm going to follow up with this hyaluronic acid serum by the InKey list. And because hyaluronic acid is a humectant, it's recommended to apply it onto the skin while it is damp. And I'm just going to work the serum into my skin while it's still damp. And before I move on to my acne treatment products, I am going to whip out my fan and make sure that my skin is completely dry before moving on to my face treatments. So for my face treatments, these are my two holy grail products. I tend to rotate these two products, and for tonight, I'm going to apply my tretinoin cream. I believe the one I have is the 0.05%, and as y'all can see, I have been using this product down. Okay, this is my holy grail product. I love to use this at nighttime. It does such a great job to keep my acne at bay. It also has some great anti-aging properties, and I tend to apply my tretinoin 1 to 2 times a week. And after I let that settle for about 20 minutes, I'm going to follow up up with my moisturizer, and I have been loving this Honey Halo Moisturizer by Pharmacy. Y'all, if you're looking for a good nighttime moisturizer, get into this one. It is so good. It's super hydrating. I love the thick consistency. It's the perfect nighttime moisturizer. And last, for the lips, I'm going to use my lip balm by Peach and Lily. I got this in a pure package and I really have been loving this lip balm. And that is it for night number 1. Good morning, y'all. So it is morning number 2 and I'm getting ready to go to the gym, so we're going to keep this real simple. So starting off, I'm going to use my La Roche-Posay gentle cleansing oil. So on the days when I go to the gym, I only cleanse my face once. I don't double cleanse, and after I'm done cleansing the skin, I'm going to pat my skin dry with a paper towel. Cotton towels could tend to hold a lot of bacteria, so I prefer to use paper towels to dry my skin. And then after that, I'm going to follow up with my Neutrogena Ultra Sheer SPF serum. Using a SPF is a must, especially when I go outside to take my morning walks. And to get that double protection, I'm also going to follow up with my Murad SPF moisturizer, and I like to apply about 2 fingers worth of this moisturizer to assure that my skin is fully protected. And she's a little thick, okay, so you do have to work it into the skin to make sure that the white cast is completely gone. So once I've worked that into my skin really good, I'm going to follow up with my Clarins lip oil. We cannot forget about the lips, of course, and that is it. I keep it really simple in the mornings when I work out. Fast forward to my nighttime routine. As you can see, I have on makeup again, so we're going to do the same routine. Starting off with my Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm, I'm going to work the product into my skin, making sure that I remove every bit of makeup. Wipe that thing down with a damp towel, and as you can see, that makeup is off, okay? And of course, we're gonna double cleanse the skin next, starting off with my La Roche-Posay Purifying Foaming Cleanser, and I'm also gonna use my Foreo Luna 3 to further cleanse the skin and to work that product into my skin. And moving on to my second cleanser, I'm going back in with that Murad Clarifying Cleanser. Same thing, we're going to work that product into the skin, making sure to gently exfoliate and to remove any bacteria on the skin. Double cleansing for me is a must, especially on the days when I'm wearing makeup, so that I could prevent any breakouts. I'm going to follow up with that same Pharmacy toner, and I'm just going to gently press it onto the skin. And I'm going to follow up with that same hyaluronic acid serum by the Inkey List. And don't forget, I'm applying this on damp skin. And for my moisturizer, I'm going to go back in with my Pharmacy Honey Halo Moisturizer. And of course, we cannot forget about the lips. I'm going back in with my Peach and Lily lip balm. And that is it for night number 2. Moving on to morning number 3, you guys already know the deal. I'm going to start off double cleansing with my La Roche-Posay cleansing oil, and then next I'm going to follow up with my La Roche-Posay Purifying Foaming Cleanser. As you can see, a lot of the products that I use in my routine are repetitive. Although I do use a lot of products, I try to keep them repetitive in my skincare routine. And y'all, my skin was so overdue for a dermaplaning session, so I'm gonna do that this morning. So first, I like to take out my tweezers and just pluck any chin hairs that I have. I don't like to shave my chin hairs because they will come back thicker. So I noticed that tweezing them is much better because they grow back a lot thinner. So when it comes to dermaplaning, aloe vera gel is a must for me. If you do not want to break out while dermaplaning, I would highly suggest that you get into aloe vera gel. I have tried using oils, I've tried using face creams, and every time my skin will break out when I'm done dermaplaning. So I've noticed that aloe vera gel is the only product that will assure that my skin won't break out after I dermaplane my skin. It also helps to soothe the skin as well, so that your skin is not feeling irritated while dermaplaning the skin. And as far as the razor, I got this eyebrow shaver from my local beauty supply store. And when I'm dermaplaning my skin, I always make sure to shave in a downwards motion. You don't want to shave going upwards, because you will be shaving against the hair follicle, and that could cause skin irritation, that could cause a breakout. So I would highly suggest whenever you are shaving, always make sure to go in a downward motion. And on the days when I do dermaplane, my skin is more sensitive than normal, so I do not apply any serums or face treatment products with active ingredients in it, because I don't want to apply anything that's going to further irritate my skin. I also avoid wearing makeup for at least 24 hours since the pores are still open, to prevent any breakouts. These are just little tips that I've learned along the way to prevent any breakout or skin irritation. And I don't dermaplane my skin often. I tend to dermaplane once every 3 to 4 weeks. For me, that's my sweet spot and the perfect amount of time to dermaplane. So after I'm done dermaplaning, I always like to follow up with a detoxifying face mask. And as of lately, I've been loving this one by Murad. This is their Rapid Relief Acne Sulfur Mask. And this face mask just works so well to detoxify the skin, to unclog pores, to remove any bacteria or excess oil or impurities on the skin. And it is so important to detoxify the skin, especially when you're done dermaplaning, because this is going to further prevent any breakouts. So this step is a must in my dermaplaning routine. So after I'm done applying the face mask all over, I tend to let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes or whenever I feel it harden. And then I'm going to simply rinse the mask off. You could also wipe it off with a damp towel, whichever you choose. And so after I'm done with my face mask, I'm going to keep my routine really simple and only apply hydrating products. So first, starting off with my fresh toner, I'm going to gently press it onto the skin. While it's still damp, I'm following up with my hyaluronic acid serum. And next, with my moisturizer, I'm going to follow up with my Belief Aqua Bomb Face Moisturizer. My skin literally drinks this up every time. It's so hydrating and moisturizing. I'm going to finish off with my Peach and Lily Lip Balm, and that is it for morning number 3. Moving on to nighttime, we're first going to start off by double cleansing, of course. And I'm going to be using my Gentle Cleanser by Curology. I recently started using their cleansers and I really love this Gentle Cleanser. It has a gel-like consistency to it. So I like to alternate between this and my cleansing oil. So this is another great gentle cleanser option. And next, I'm going to follow up with their Acne Cleanser as well. And this cleanser contains 5% benzoyl peroxide. So this is great for acne-prone skin types. And it is also really gentle on the skin. And on this night, I totally forgot to apply my toner. So next, I'm going to follow up again with my hyaluronic acid serum by the Inkey List. And going back in with my pharmacy moisturizer, I'm going to apply a generous amount and work it into my skin. And for my lip balm, I'm going to be using this Lip Service Lip Balm by Patchology. And that is it for night number 3. Moving on to day 4, it's another gym day, so you already know we're keeping it real simple. Starting off with my La Roche-Posay cleansing oil. Next, I'm going to apply my SPF, starting off with my Neutrogena Ultra Sheer SPF serum. I'm also going to follow up with my Murad SPF sunscreen. Don't forget, apply 2 fingers worth. I'm going to work it into the skin really well, get rid of that white cast. I'm going to finish off with my Clarins lip oil, and that is it for morning number 4. Time to go to the gym and get this workout in. All right, y'all, night number 4, you already know the deal. We're going to start off double cleansing with my La Roche-Posay cleansing oil. And for my second cleanser, I'm going to grab my Curology acne cleanser again. I like to use this acne cleanser on my skin about twice a week. It does a really great job at preventing any breakouts. I'm going to apply my Pharmacy Dark Spot Toner next, press it into the skin, and then follow up with my hyaluronic acid serum. And for my face treatment, I'm going to rotate and use my Skin Light Cream. Now, this product contains 2% hydroquinone, and I like to use this product on my problem areas. For those of you who don't know, I have melasma on both sides of my face, so I like to mainly apply this product directly on the areas where I have melasma. And y'all, this product has done wonders for my skin. So after I let that sit and absorb for about 20 minutes, I'm going to follow up again with my Pharmacy Honey Halo Moisturizer. And of course, I'm gonna finish off with my Peach and Lily Lip Balm. And that is it, y'all. That is a full week of my skincare routine. this is what I do to maintain my skin and to keep my skin clear. And you guys, I'm not an esthetician, I'm not a skincare professional. These are just the products that work for me personally. I really hope that this video was helpful to you guys. Please don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe to my channel before you guys leave. Thumbs up this video. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye guys. Mwah.